Welcome back to Trails Beyond the Horizon. Not daybreak. I've said this so many times, repeatedly. Why do I keep wanting to call this game Daybreak again? I don't know. But either way, last episode, I don't know if we can actually get to the menu. No, we can't. To like the selection menu, but we started a new route. We started Rean's Route. And basically, we're gonna have a military exercise later. Probably not in this episode. I don't know how long, like how much stuff we got going on. But before that, we're patrolling Basel to, you know, get a feel for it, help some people out. We've already looked around the artisanal district and did the Grim Garten. And we got a side quest ready. We have 2 side quests ready, actually. The other one goes to Oj Canyon, which is considered required. But I did some things. It's been a week since I've been able to play because, you know, obviously work and stuff. So I did a little grinding because I was bored and didn't have time to actually fully record. So, this is gonna look ridiculous. Oh, right. I switched my stuff for Half-Life, so my thing doesn't go all the way up. We've got some money now. A little bit of money and a little bit of Grim tokens, but that's not the part I find ridiculous.
Please select a store. Please select a store. This is what we have for sale.
Yeah, right here. I got about 3,000 of everything. 6,000 space sepith. I have a ton of sepith. I don't know how this possibly could be, but I have it, and I'm going to spend them to upgrade everyone's stuff because I am tired of not having full slots open. So I will explain how I got that, because it's... Oh, I actually can't afford that. Not if I want to open other people's... Wow, that last one is expensive. Maybe they expect you to do this much grinding. Okay, well... Uh-oh, I might have to grind... What is it? Mirage? A little more? Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought I had so much. I didn't get enough of that, though. I can get these 2. Ah, damn. But I have a ton. And I got a ton of Sepith Mass, 5,000, which is 53k. We're at 210,000 Mira now. I also
This is what we have for sale.
Have a ton of U materials, 183, and that is after I converted a ton of them to U Material Plus and made some more of these. I'm actually gonna make another one just because. I made 3 total Burning Bloods now, and a Mistral Star, 2 of them, because they have high crit rate on them and give different stat reductions. They prevent stuff. So.
Thank you very much.
Let me go to equipment here. So for everyone, I have put on Burning Blood, Mistral Star, Cobaltic Eyes, Blue Metal for now, because I don't know what I'd do for her second one. Maybe another Cobaltic Eye. Probably. A Burning Blood, Mistral Star. And I was actually going to put the Burning Blood on, and I want to get her a Mistral Star as well. But they're one of the best accessories we can get, so I feel like I'm grinding the shit out of it and getting it early. I didn't really intend to do this until I realized how easy it actually is.
Anytime. Enjoy your adventure.
So in here, high speed mode.
Let's begin our adventure.
You can get these. You can get palms just by going back in and out, and if you fight the palm, I couldn't figure out what it was about. Just S-Cross. They're all dead. And we get 300 plus of the color that we just fought, and some more Sepith. I gained a ton of levels. I think we were like 23 earlier, probably. And you get 7 U material. Next? You get U material for every one you beat. So yeah, that's a lot of free stuff, and you just back out after you beat all the palms. And when you run out of CP, you
right on time.
Use an elixir, because it only costs 1,000. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. It only costs
Where
1,000
should we go next?
to fully heal your CP, and you get more than 1,000 just from killing one. So, you know, this is pretty damn effective.
Nice.
If you wanted to get like
Let's
geared up
continue.
early on, this is the way to do it,
Loot obtained.
in my opinion. So, that's what I did.
Welcome. This should
I
prove
use
effective.
elixir, all back to normal.
Enjoy your adventure.
I'm gonna do this quick.
I take it you'd like something decrypted? Leave it to me. Decryption complete. What do
And
you
we're gonna
think?
see what we get. Okay, no music though? Oh, here we go. Regain administration. A lot of celestial bombs. I mean, I'll take it. Those are the main things right now that I'm looking for. Not the celestial bombs, music. News of Thaw. Okay, we have 2 new songs. I'll save the rest for now. But yeah, I did a lot of grinding. I feel like we're going to be probably set, and I'll be able to take these accessories, put them on other people, and we have enough from grinding that I could do this to every character. So I don't have to sit and think, like, oh, do I have to trade and spend
Please select a
2
store.
2 hours re-gearing people?
We have all sorts of
That's
goods.
what I really want to avoid.
Thank you very much. Would you like to spend your points?
We don't have any of that,
You'd
though.
like to change the music?
What one was this? Oh, yeah. Oh. I remember this song. It was very quiet, though. Unfortunately, it was very quiet earlier, too, in the last episode when I was going through them. Okay, I remember this song. Yeah. Alright, well, we have that now.
Take care of yourselves.
And now we can do the side quest. Oh, right. 500,000 Mira?
We earned it.
That looked like a good accessory. Or, quartz.
We earned it.
MVP, Bandersnatch. Oh, we just got this.
Well done.
Post delay 0.5%? Oh, 5 time? Okay, that's a good one.
Well done. Well done.
Absorb physical attacks, 20% chance. No way. Oh,
We earned it. We earned it.
there we go. I killed over 100 palms. This is
Well
ridiculous.
done. We earned it. We earned it.
Item drop rate 50% up after a command battle. Good, good, good. Uh-oh, that means... Oh, that's the other thing. I went through and upgraded anyone who only had like a 1 version. I made it a 2. So I did that for literally everyone. All the strike 1s are strike 2s now, evade 1s are evade 2s, and etc. I'm gonna have to reorganize, so hold. Okay, I believe that is good. Currently, I put Bandersnatch on him, which gave him Auto Quick, Auto Forte, Leg Breaker, Quick Start 2. He's got a lot of stuff, I think. And then I put this on so he can get Burst Gain 2, so HP 2 on there, just for Burst Gain 2. For Crow, I threw the Goldia gem on just so he can have more crit, and I believe that was the only change I made. Yeah. So just more crit. Altina, I gave her Revelation just to have bigger arts effect. And then I threw Decoy on just because, you know, deflect aggro would be good in general. She's got Heavenly Fortune now, so that's good. And I think that's about it for her as well. She already had Clotho on. I put March Hair and Serendipity on Fee. I didn't really go for anything in particular here, but I wanted to give her the item drop rate and the ability to absorb. Other than that, I think it's all the same. But yeah, that's very good. Very happy with that. And everyone's got a burning blood, which makes me very happy. Feel like we're going to be a little bit OP. Alright, so our first quest we got from the board, and it said something about helping the people we helped in Daybreak 1 continue to improve their post-cell holocore. What could have gone wrong? I just don't get why this is happening. Excuse me, are you Associate Professor Athena? Yes, that would be me. The Athena part, anyway. As for Associate Professor, I'm still not used to it. It's a lot of responsibility to take on all at once, so... never mind. Is there something you need from me? I don't exactly have a lot of time right now, and see, I'm actually waiting for somebody. Because of the 4SPG you put on the bulletin board, correct? Sorry, we should have introduced ourselves first. We're from Thors, and we're acting on behalf of Arkride Solutions. On behalf of? I was hoping Mr. Arkride would come himself, like he did last year. Hey, no need to be so disappointed. Our crew can get the job done just as well as his, guaranteed. Right, once we put our minds to something, we give it our all. What now? I'd feel a lot more comfortable with someone I already know. Should I just tell them to go? No, but that won't make anything better. All right, I'll accept your help. The thing is, my request is about a certain holocore Mr. Arkride helped me with previously. Do you mind if I give you a summary? Law. Okay. Yeah, they would have law. And maybe gray. I doubt chaos. Of course, I take it you're talking about post-cell. The holocore you're posting said wasn't functioning properly. That's correct. Mr. Arkride tested her for me just last year. She's equipped with an AI designed by Professor Cronkite to have an evolving personality. One that starts as an innocent little girl and matures over time into a grown adult, to be specific. It's that advanced. I'd known about improvements in performance, but to think AI research has progressed to such a point. Cronkite, the same egghead working on the new assault frame for the space program, huh? Arkride's Holo is nothing to sneeze at either, though, from what we've heard. True, except that one was developed by Marduk. Right, Mare. The professor actually used her as a starting point for designing post-cell. Since last year, we've been conducting a variety of tests over and over to encourage her growth. We even started implementing her into facilities around the city on a trial basis, with permission from the Vern Company's CEO. The resulting data was then integrated back into the latest version of post-cell, but then... that's when the problem started. It might be faster if you experience it for yourselves. And this year's post-cell version 1.20 beta. 1.20 beta. Could you try equipping it and seeing how she reacts? Sure, we'll get right on it. Equip the holocore to Rean. Check her voice. Oh. Interesting. You're making me check her voice?
Pakal here! You nobody sure looked out!
Pakal? That's not how you say it. Damn, those stats. Pretty good. Hold on.
Ryuki is my name. Let us tread this path together.
Pakal here! You nobody sure looked out!
Okay. So, you nobodies, huh? There we go. Nobodies. Hey, what's with the smack talk? Yeah, I thought you said she liked to talk like an innocent little girl. Sorry about her. She didn't used to be so rude, really. I think I follow. All those tests around the city caused her to develop in ways you didn't foresee. That's right. Originally, she had a sweet, lovable, service industry-friendly personality. But for whatever reason, this iteration has a blatant penchant for mocking and ridiculing people. At this rate, Pocal? It's probably Posel. Pocal's gonna grow up to be a hooligan. And after all the care I put into raising her. No need to be upset. I think we have a grasp on what you're asking for now. You want us to suss out the cause, yeah? Whatever it is that made her this way. Yes, knowing that should help me fix her before it's too late. Understood. We'll see what we can figure out. If there is a particular factor, then it's likely related to those trial runs. The odds are high. Could we ask what those tests entail exactly? We allowed Posel to handle various jobs in the city under human supervision. They're not simple ones either. They each require a level of judgment, while still leaving room to step in should things go awry. Specifically, she worked out at the Aerotram platform in the movie theater in Newtown. What? Wait, the place down there is called Newtown? Was that right? They have a movie theater? Have we been there? Newt. There's a hotel. I remember a car dealership. The big building. Forgot what the building's called. There wasn't a movie theater, though, I don't think. As well as Giscard Workshop. Pretty varied set there. Makes me kind of curious what they had her do. Sounds like we better stop by all three of those places and find out then. I'm counting on you. Posel's future is in your hands.
Let's 4SPG it up.
It was returned to Athena and replaced with another. Okay.
Leave the adjustments to me.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and turn that back off and leave that on there. Yeah, he had Ryuki, right? Yeah, he had Ryuki. Wait. Now, none of the other ones help with S-craft damage, so... I tested Posel at the Aerotram platform, the movie theater, and Giscard Workshop. If you could figure out which one of them caused her to be so crass, I'd really appreciate it. I don't think we can actually finish this quest then, unless... Huh. Wait, where's the Aerotram? Why isn't that? Okay, I guess we have to go in order. Oh, wait, this is a topic. There we go.
Excuse me a moment.
Oh, look who's back. Something else you needed. Yes, you see... Group explained. Well, that's unexpected, especially for something Yang designed. Wait, so she grows up in functionality and personality? Talk about awesome-amazing. But, what's that problem? Why is that a problem again? Athena wanted to know the cause of this unexpected divergence. Could you tell us the details of her implementation trial here? Not a problem. Follow me. It's gonna be the movie theater. They made her watch movies or something and it caused nonsense. Pocal, compile a list of inventory changes following yesterday's Tierfing maintenance. Okay, all done. What? Already? Wow, she took all the time and manpower right out of the equation. And this feature was implemented for this test on an experimental basis. I've used the function a few times myself, and truth told, the accuracy's on the edge of decent. Well, what she spits out still got plenty of gaps and gaffs, so we do have to tweak it after the fact. But damn if a few defects don't make the bugger more endearing for it. Come on, boss, I told you to speak more properly in front of Posel. She's just a little girl, try to have some delicacy. Uh-oh. Ah, quit being so obsessive. AI's just that, artificial. It's not as if I can't understand their sentiment, though. Agreed. Even if she isn't perfect, you can have a reasonably natural exchange with her. modern artificial intelligence at its core is built off of an aggregation of past data and knowledge, after all. Discounting the super technology that forces behind the scenes work with. It's a field with plenty of room for improvement, too. Either way, getting used to her like this has been a right blessing for us. I don't recall any funny signs of that personality shift you mentioned. Zilch, huh? Damn, this one's a toughie. Still, any information is good information. Hey, boss, can I talk with Postal too? It's no skin off my back, so do what you like. Won't make her responses any less canned, though. Great, time to see if I can trick question my way around the terminal's confidential data protections. Postal, who set up the access policy and what for? Hold on a sec. Hey, cut that up before it actually answers. If Mint arrived prior to the test, then perhaps she is the root cause. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Okay. And the other ones we actually can't check yet? I guess we have to check the aerotram from the other end. Okay, so this side quest on hold. We're going to Auge Canyon. So, this is Basel's new town. Didn't really get a good look at it last night. It even looks cutting edge. Doesn't it? Compared to Ruhr's stately look, and this feels more elegant. That large building there is Vern HQ, right? That's what I was thinking of. Yep, the core of the Republic's industry. It brings multiple companies together, and recently they even joined the Tech Union. At this time, we can't say whether or not they're involved with today's events. I see. Perhaps we should be polite and say hello to the people involved. There's a number of other interesting places worth checking out, too. Wait. Oh. Oh, why didn't you just put Newtown on the map? Okay, well, I guess we can actually look around Newtown now. Kinda thought you were gonna take me out to the field first, but... New Urt Road. We've been there once, I think. Okay, we got a blue there. Where the hell's this movie theater? Yeah, Motor Pavilion, the drugstore, Bern Plaza. There is no movie theater as far as I know. Okay, well, we're gonna stay focused on the side quest really quick, and then we'll look around.
I have something to ask you.
This tram.
The Basel Institute of Science-bound tram will be departing shortly. Oh, you're the guy who came to shop earlier. Good luck with your afternoon lectures. Thanks, Posey Poo. Pokey Poo. I'll give it my all. That was an awfully tailored response. Does she actually remember everybody who comes through? Maybe she's combining set phrases based on information recorded on people's access cards. I wonder if she'd react to us walking past right now. And this is only a trial run, so the ones she speaks to are likely limited to those who going to the Institute of Science. I'm somewhat jealous. Welcome to the Aerotram platform. Oh, if it isn't the group from Thors. Something the matter? Did you misplace your cards, perhaps? Nah, nothing like that. We just had a little question for you. The group explained. It's possible adverse influences on I already forgot how they said it. I'm just gonna say Posel. Unfortunately, nothing noteworthy comes to mind. Doesn't sound like there's been any major trouble here either. If anything, you'd think the turnstiles would be swarming with guys hoping to hear a cute girl give them the time of day. As a matter of fact, they are, every now and then. Generally speaking, however, Posel has improved considerably. Her directions are sound, and she'll even limit her conversations during early mornings and other busy hours. What do you mean, directions? The tram only goes one way. She can account for that. Recolor me impressed. Interacting with a multitude of people entering and exiting must provide her with all the more data to grow from. With traffic that high, though, it'd be difficult to pin down a single factor. Yeah, this request might be trickier than meets the eye. My apologies for not being of more help. Posel has grown on me too, so I wish you the best of luck sorting this out. Okay. So, where's the third part? Alright. Where's the movie theater? You got a board here? Is this the new movie theater or something? Oh, it is.
Say, this is where we can watch those Orbal movies, right?
Yep. Sounds like they just built this one in Basel recently.
Calvert is the home of Orbal movies, after all. Perhaps we should make time to see one while we're here?
Oh yeah, movies don't exist outside of the East.
Got a second?
The group explained. Huh? That doesn't sound like our little Poseli at all. I mean, she's done nothing but good for us here at the cinema in more ways than one. Poseli, you're quite attached, it sounds like. What sort of tasks does she perform? Well, she primarily assists us here at the ticket counter. Oh. Let me demonstrate. Oh, Posel, I'd like a ticket for Crimson Fist. What times are available? Okay, let's see. The next showing seems to be full. But we do have an open spot in the one after that, row J, seat 14, about in the middle of the theater. Why not buy a juice or soda to sip on while you wait? As you can see, she offers suggestions to customers based on relevant data. Sweet. Makes the whole process as quick and simple as it gets. Definitely seems handy, yeah. You said primarily, though. Are there other things you have her help with? As a matter of fact, she takes part in the actual screenings themselves, too. But we've been experimenting with things like having her analyze scenes and adjust the volume accordingly. Oh, that's pretty involved. It certainly has the potential to elevate the experience. On getting approval from the distributors, we hold limited public test screenings for those interested. In fact, we just so happen to have open seats for one right now if you'd like to see for yourself. Well, if you're sure it wouldn't be an inconvenience. Huh. I remember this one. What in the fresh hell do we do to deserve this nightmare? This was, Kaiju Tang doing that, but I literally remembered the voice. Pick it up and run already, you... Dragon... Ass dragging... Oh, okay. It was your fault. Anyway, wanting to get it on here of all places. Oh, I see. I see the problem. Up yours. You're the one who wouldn't hop on... This is not the original dialogue. Say to that again, shitbag. I swear. Ah! What the hell? I remember a much more friendly tone to the movie. Interesting. So what happened? Did the AI rewrite the movie, or did someone screw with it and make an uncensored version, and that caused her personality to shift? That movie was really was something. To think my first Orbal film ever watched would be such a tempest of gore and profanity. I assume it's among the sexy, scintillating spectacles of gaudy infamy. Nah, this was by a different director, and a pretty unique one in their own right. Well, whatever they're putting down, I'm into. Might be cheesy and low budget, but that's what gives it so much character. Darkferno first hit theaters sometime last spring. When it came to releasing nationwide, though, the distributor deemed it in need of heavy modification. Oh, I see. They then came to us with a re-edited version upon hearing about our test. Apparently it was just the opportunity they've been waiting for. But anyway, we hope you enjoy your optimized cinematic audio experience, courtesy of Little Poselli. There's no denying that the volume and sound effect mixing was excellent. She must be an awfully powerful holocore to be able to process all of that in real time. Yeah, and then I was amazed with her before. This was all very informative, thank you. Not at all. Come back and catch one of our normal showings sometime too. Sometime. Well, we managed to cover a whole lot of ground. Crazy just how far AI's progressed, though. You figure it'll ever replace human beings in the workforce down the road? I recall Professor Epstein warning about something along those lines in his lifetime. The idea of a technological singularity, which came up in regard to Elysium 2 years ago as well. There's definitely much to chew on here. I think I understand things a little better now that we've finished our rounds. It may be that Posel was influenced by more than just one factor. Yeah, I was thinking the same. It's still only a hypothesis, though. Let's just sort out our intel as best we can and report it to our client. Oh. My tongue is swollen today. Okay. Tavern.
Let's make our way over.
Clearly the movie had quite a big influence. I think everyone being so enamored with her as well might have an influence. Oh, hello everyone. How did it go? Did you learn anything about whatever's causing Posel to act up? Well, we can only speak hypothetically, her being a holocore AI. But after giving each testing location a quick check, I think I have a pretty good idea of what she was influenced by. Do you really? Well, don't leave me in suspense. What in the world was it? Posel was probably affected by multiple factors, and those are... Oh. Obviously, and definitely the Aerotram. I don't think Mint coming around had anything to do with it. Hold up. Wait a minute. I think it might... Can I choose all three? Well, I don't know what the girl's name, but she was like yelling at Giscard like, she's a little girl, you know? Treat her differently or something. That would affect her as well. I'm gonna say all three. What? But that's every location. I'm the researcher gushing over Posel at the Aerotram platform to the stream of dirty lines at the movie. Not to mention Giscard's rough and tumble lingo. Yeah, sure. That's not what I was thinking of, but as far as possible influences go, we're spoiled for choice. But it didn't feel right singling out just one. When it comes down to it, she's been being shaped by all of them at once, bit by bit. In short, it was the integration of this feedback that resulted in this iteration of Posel. Such is our concluding hypothesis. No way. You're saying the implementation trials themselves are the cause. But that means, in terms of fostering her development, you could call these legitimate test results. It should be possible, then, to restore Posel to her original state if you stop integrating that data. That being said, I've been teaching at Thors Military Academy for about 4 years now. And so far, not a single student of mine has grown the way I imagined they would. Every one of them learns in their own way, finds their own path, and steps out into the world. The way I see it, and that's just what growth is. A good point. Holo AI is still a product at the end of the day, so I won't call it a one-to-one comparison. But don't you think it'd be a bit of a waste, to pretend that growth never happened? Oh. You might have a point.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
Pokal. I like Posel. She's a little quirky, but this, too, is one of Posel's outcomes. Pokal. If you think about it, this could be a huge leap for self-improving AI. As one of her foster parents, so to speak, I shouldn't be so quick to reject it. Of course, we'll still have to restore Pokal to her original state for future marketability's sake. But I think I'll try to keeping this alternate version to raise on the side, too. And that sounds like a good idea. Might be tough to use for public services, but I bet you could still find a market. Yeah, and some people might get a kick out of the saucy, devilish holocore. Really? I guess I wouldn't know. I'll admit, it made me a little nervous at first, having strangers show up instead of the Spriggan from last time. But in the end, I learned an important lesson from this, and it's all thanks to you guys. We're just glad to be of service. Afterwards, Athena officially made the other version of Pokal, into its own holocore. She then gifted it to Rean's group as a gift, a reward for fulfilling the request, and for further testing.
Looks like our work here is done.
Mira for our efforts.
Alright. Still not one. Oof. It is pretty good. That I honestly might give it to Fee. That move. Gonna check the voice. The speed is so much better. The move, way better. Accuracy, there's nothing bad here. Oh, I get a different shard command? Oh. I did not realize they were attached. Oh. Huh.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
Alright, that's immediately staying off, but... This little phase of Pokal's is just a part of her growing up. From that perspective, it's even more endearing. Professor Cronkite basically passed custody of her to me, so keeping watch like a proud holocore parent is something I'm only happy to do. Thank you all so much. Sure. You got it. Alright, now we're gonna go back to Old Town. New Town. And explore, but I am going to grab a drink. There's not too many NPCs, and then we'll watch a movie. And then we'll go do because the other one, this is required. Yeah, we'll get the main story out, but let me grab a drink. All right, we are good to go.
Let's search around.
Anything else hiding in there? No. Officer Krima? I'm glad I came on this tour and all, but putting my feelings behind me is about as difficult as you'd expect. I remember you. There was, this was during the lockdown in Arassian? The guy that died? How weak-hearted can I be? Is that you? Imagine if you were here right now, the exasperated face he'd make. I think I recognize this lady. She's the police officer who is dating Ewen. Yep. From the guild's Arassian branch. And that is, until he was killed in action by Almada. Can't believe I remembered you. It probably won't be anything close to easy for her to get over something like that. Ah, there I go talking to myself again. That just shows how badly I'm still wrestling with my emotions. Katarina went out of her way to recommend this trip to me too. Need to move on and reframe my mind. Oh, I can't believe I remembered you.
Performing search.
So many minor characters that I'm like, you look like a lot of people, but I remember the name Krima a little bit. Basel is about more than just cutting-edge technology. Breathtaking canyons and local traditional cuisine, for instance. It's our fondest hope that tourists and visitors alike enjoy all that the city has to offer. The most top-of-the-line hotel in Basel. This is where we were meant to stay yesterday. Seems like they'll be taking care of us reservation cancelers tonight anyway, though. Right, Professor Hamilton and them won't be able to accommodate us after they leave. Oh.
Performing search.
Right, I believe you said that. Logport's booming from the space craze too, but Edith and Basel are where the real action is at. Apparently even our workshop tours are popular now, if they're advanced enough. Our company can't just sit on its hands over this. We need to secure some contracts and keep up with the competition. I don't remember you too much. I know where you used to be, and that would be Longport in front of the bank, I believe.
Running a search.
Oh, aren't you the kids the CID briefed us about? Where are my manners? Welcome to Basel, the Calvar Republic's very own engineering city. Our security measures were overhauled following last year's major incident, so rest assured that these streets are as safe as can be. I hope you find your stay a relaxing one. You may spot Aerospace Force personnel around as well, on account of the proving ground that was set up outside the city for Project Startaker. It seemed to be the cream of the crop, at the level of excellence even we can plainly see. No doubt they'll play a role in maintaining the city's security. Okay. Coolidge, I remember you a bit too. I'm in charge of connection testing for Prometheus 4, the satellite that was launched the other day. With it hanging so far above the ground surface, communications latency becomes an unavoidable issue. Though, wait, what if we could utilize that latency as a means of measuring distance? This might be of use in land surveying projects. Maybe I ought to propose that as my next research topic. One of its intended tasks is surveying the East Zemuria, so we're collaborating with that and the continent as well. Utilizing orbital wave latency for measurement taking... It might just be something we can make a reality in the future. Yeah, you definitely could.
So this is Vern HQ. I expected it'd be bigger, seeing as it's the largest company in Calvert.
That's probably because, unlike Rhineford, Vern is made up of many different companies.
Why don't we take a look around? I'm sure Elisa would be curious to hear about the place.
Hit detected. Mira for our efforts.
I forgot about Elisa. I haven't really heard from
Let's
her.
search around.
Well, we haven't heard from most characters since Reverie.
Running a search.
Okay, well, we can't go in there yet. Basel sure is bustling these days, and just another byproduct of the space program, I suppose. No wonder we've been flooded with domestic and foreign inquiries for Vern-related loans. We at the Bank of Edith ought to capitalize. Ought to capitalize on this golden opportunity. This here's the Dread Power Company's new drink. Next time you need an energy boost, just gulp some down and see the results.
Anything strike your fancy?
In volume and dosage, so you're just bigger? Bigger can?
Thanks.
Alright.
Running a
search up
search.
here. Oh, are you, by any chance, Erebonians? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, you just have that air about you. Speaking of the Empire, it's where Orbal railways, as we know them, were born. Your network stretches across the entire nation. It's been a dream of mine to travel by train wherever and whenever I want someday. And I guess nothing's stopping me from achieving that, now that the political climate's cooling down. Sure. All the Republic's railways are managed by Ventos, a Verne affiliate. They're deeply involved with the Transcontinental Railroad Corporation as well, albeit not quite as much as the Empire's Rhineford group. In recent years, they've even been providing rail cars to the Free Cities. Come ride with us sometime if you get the chance. We'd love to hear your feedback as Erebonians.
Let's search around.
Uh-oh. Wait, did I just main story? I take it this is the motor pavilion. You know we're in the Republic when we're surrounded by so many state-of-the-art Orbal vehicles. Indeed, there is certainly a greater variety than back in the Empire. The Big Four manufacturers are constantly pushing the boundaries as they compete for market share. I heard that their momentum has even caught up with the Orbal bikes that were developed in the Empire. I don't know whether to be happy or frustrated. Better tech is better tech, am I right? It's not like the Empire's got a monopoly, and knowing George and Angelica, this is just more wind in their sails. I suppose you're right. I just feel conflicted, since I helped develop the Orbal bikes and all. I can relate. At least, Elisa seems to be happy about the whole thing. What do you say we take a look around? Damn, is this Ingert's new sports car? Talk about performance. No kidding, its silhouette looks like something from the future. Yetois limo. Huh? It has a luxury quality to it. Kinda looks like an RF model, though. They're both targeting the same rich demographics, right? Makes sense their design would be similar. I heard it sitting in one makes you feel like royalty. What I wouldn't give to get behind the wheel. Bro, look. That has to be the famous Z1 car that everyone's been talking about. Wait, seriously? I've seen it in a couple races, but man, it rides right on the ground, doesn't it? You can tell at a glance it's got the need for speed. Cough? There we go. It's so refined in every way. They sound like Van. He's a big fan of these too, isn't he? The two of them are already adults. They ought to act their age.
That's simply the way men are.
You got that right. No man should have to lose their childlike wonder.
Huh? Prince Sharid? And Director Gotti, too. Oh, you're the Prince of Elsign. It's a pleasure to meet you. You gotta be that famous director. I've seen you in magazines.
I'm honored you know me.
The pleasure is all mine. It's a privilege to meet the Empire's heroes. Ever since I heard tales about you from Prince Olivert, I knew I had to make your acquaintances.
You two know each other. It really is an honor. I had no idea you would be in Basel. Don't tell me you got the presidential aide acting as your personal tour guide.
It's perfectly appropriate, I assure you. The prince is an esteemed guest and a major shareholder in the Verne Company, not to mention his involvement in this enterprise.
I'm simply here to conduct a friendly inspection of our Republican and Imperial allies. I've actually only just arrived after meeting up with the director in the capital. Prince Sharid I get, but why is Gotti here too? Why else? I'm in talks with the presidential office to make the space program into a feature film. Ah, it hasn't been easy, seeing as how they're keeping everything confidential, so I ended up coming all the way over here for an interview. Isn't it crazy how the Republic and Empire, once at odds, are now collaborating to make history? A clash of prides, a battle between the leaders in robot technology. There's thrill, suspense, drama. I can already see the opening scene playing out in my head. If only Major Amelia would agree to a steamy photo shoot. Oh, Director Gotti, your passion truly fuels the industry of cinema. I cannot allow something like that to be produced without a thorough analysis of every element, to ensure nothing is overly untoward. Come on, Kincaid, you'll let it slide, right? We're buddies, right? Even if he is a big-name director, isn't it unheard of for a civilian to have access to a military exercise? I'm having trouble understanding just what the Republic and CID are after. Yeah, because they're trying to keep it under wraps. In any case, I hope you'll take this time to prepare. We're hoping this afternoon will be meaningful in more ways than one. Right, we'll be sure to. What? Connection events? What? Oh, right.
I'll keep it safe.
There you go, Fee. Oh. Oh. I'm so sorry, Fee. It's gonna be these two. These three. They're connected. Interesting. We're gonna see all three, of course, but what the hell? Why give them to me now?
Search.
Huh. Maybe because it's related to them somehow. We had to see them. Your exercise is slated for this afternoon, they said. I'll be expecting a showdown for the highlight reels. But for now, I need to do some previews of tonight's proceedings. What, he got something besides covering this the joint exercise going on later? Trade secret, my boy. Though the rumors are out there, if you know which rocks to look under. I've secured and some unrivaled collaborators too, so hold on to your seats and stay tuned.
Suddenly, I'm extremely concerned.
Well, it doesn't seem to be related to the exercise, so let's not dwell on it too much. Yes, and then bang, they take to the stage. Between here and Tharbad, we'll be making waves from two different angles at once. Even outside the pretext of inspection, I'm genuinely looking forward to the upcoming exercise. Whose strength will prevail in the end, the state-of-the-art assault frame or the battle-hardened Panzer Soldat? Truly, does it stir the wide-eyed boy in a man? We'll give it everything we've got. The resemblance is even more uncanny than they say.
He and Prince Oliver truly are cut from a similar cloth.
It's been quite a while since my last visit to Basel. Perhaps the director and I could engage in a bit of sightseeing during our time together. As for the upcoming exercise, I expect a most thrilling bout out of you.
Welcome to Basel
Nope.
Pavilion.
I have high expectations for this afternoon's exercise. One could consider it a symbolic gesture of fellowship between our two formerly warring nations. There's still some time beforehand, so use it to prepare yourselves sufficiently.
All right.
Running a search.
All right.
Welcome to the Motor Pavilion. You bunch strike me as car enthusiasts, am I right? Here you can view the newest models from Calvart's four major manufacturers. We frequently hold automotive events and such as well, so keep an eye out and enjoy yourself. As it happens, there's actually a special event on the schedule this very evening. We'll have to get the preparation sorted out soon.
Let's search around.
Oh, what the? Missed one. Oh, you're the folks who were here earlier. Well, aren't ingots great, or are they great? Are they great, or are they great? If you like, I can rattle off the rundown of each of our sports cars for you, in excruciating detail, of course.
His enthusiasm is substantial.
I'd love to settle in and listen, but we don't really have that kind of time. At any rate, the Lino booth's gotten pretty popular in its own right. That Orbal scooter they unveiled in the spring was one hell of a dark horse. Even on the sales end, they're an unstoppable roll. They're on one. No, not for long, though, if we can help it.
This model's from Calvert's four biggest manufacturers.
Oh, you.
Lena, Ingot,
Isn't the scooter adorable? It's the hot new thing with women, too. As far as accessibility goes, those big Orbal bikes just can't compare, and if that doesn't charm you, the affordable price point will. True enough, plus you can apparently still operate one with only a standard license. Isn't that curiosity? Is that curiosity I'm hearing? Naturally, our lineup of Orbal cars offers the same convenience and ease of handling. Yes, here at Lino, we provide vehicles for people of all walks or drives to enjoy. Providing safe and accessible private transport to people of walks or drives. That's the Lino mission statement. If you have any questions, ask away. I'd be more than happy to take them.
Shard searching.
I'm good. Alright, that's everything up here.
Also available for your cruising enjoyment are Orbal bikes and the newly released Orbals.
Everything over there, and then I guess we'll go over here.
Shard searching.
Huh. Why can't...
We're off course.
Okay, I was gonna say, why can't I go way over here? Do I recognize these two? Oh, you bought the latest supplements. Health conscious as ever, huh, Mr. Wang? I'm planning to use this tour as an opportunity to test out everything each of our stops has to offer. Yeah, these seem different from our everyday Eastern botanicals, so I'm eager to see how they compare. That's exactly the way I'd expect you to enjoy a vacation. Are they from Long Lai? Gets me wishing I had a unique angle to tackle this trip from, too. Now, no need to self-deprecate. I'd say the perspective and know-how you bring are plenty interesting. After all, you're mainly participating in this as a means to broaden your horizons, no? I guess that's true enough. The aim is to learn new things to apply in my pursuits, both on and off the clock. A little confidence will go a long way with that. Once I heard they were putting on a tour of the Republic in these thrilling times, I sprang for it right then and there. It's my greatest wish to spend the remaining years of my life in good trim and good fun, you see. So a grand affair like this is one I can't afford to miss. We're here from Longport, as part of the nationwide tour. I don't remember you guys. I tagged along with old man Wang in hopes of learning new things and broadening my horizons on the road. It was only after the fact that I realized my childhood friend was taking part too. I wonder how I didn't notice until the day of. Still, the trip will be funner for it. Why have a trip right now with so many people leaving Longport? That feels relevant. It feels like they're trying to get people out of Longport for some reason.
Let's search around.
Oh yeah, De Niro. I only remember you because of your name. This place has so many daily necessities, they should call it an over-convenience store. That's what kept me coming in day after day. And then one thing led to another and I got hired part-time. I might not be a professional like Luce, but I'll back her up like it's my life's work.
Performing search.
Welcome to Cerise Drugs, and we carry a range of products, including those from Remiferian pharmaceutical companies. Speaking of which, part of the industry... God, I can't talk today. Part of the industry is supposedly involved in the development of that new energy drink. Its active ingredients are said to be backed by solid evidence guaranteeing its effectiveness, which is exactly why I'd suggest taking care not to overdose on it.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Ooh. Chips. Bro.
Thank you very much.
Whew. Thanks for the meal.
Oh, right. I have to, that. Okay. It's for Toa. Yeah, we can make it.
Leave it to me.
25 CP. Uh-oh.
Here you are, chock full of nutrients. That was delicious. Let's see.
All right, and then is anything... Yep.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkride.
Go for it.
These chips come a drugstore recommended, so it's no surprise they're rich in vitamins and calcium. They're also easy to eat, making them decent on-the-go provisions. Only 3 stars from you, huh? That's fair. And then... cologne for men with a refreshing but mysterious scent.
Sure, I'll take it.
You're welcome. Let's do a circle here.
Let's search around.
The new movie theater is so nice and...
Oh, are you the ones we were contacted about? Yes, you're a member of the Epstein Foundation's local branch, correct? Chief Plato said she would pass word of us along herself. Would pass word of us along herself, just to be sure. Right, and that she did. Welcome to Basel. You can find the Foundation and ZCF building in the building behind me. If anything comes up during your stay, just let us know. We'll do whatever we can to help. And that's reassuring to hear. Thank you very much. Up until last year, our relationship with the Vern Company had grown cold due to their exclusion of the Foundation. But thanks to ZCF's, or rather the Tech Union's, mediation, a joint research between us is resuming. You're all involved in Project Startaker, I'm told. They didn't get too in-depth with me, but I wish you the best of luck.
Shard searching.
We can't actually go in those buildings, which is weird.
Let's search around.
I don't remember this ever being here. Huh.
Running a search.
Care to stop by for a brief?
Hey, welcome to my locally acclaimed roaming cafe. Oh yeah, Willie. Set up shop wherever my heart takes me, so there's no telling if we'll ever cross paths again. That means this meeting could be a once-in-a-lifetime. How's about cherishing it like one with a nice brew?
What can I get for you?
Maybe buy one more there.
Hope it's to your satisfaction.
Whew.
That.
Thanks for the meal.
We'll do that. Yay, 250 HP up. Oh, it's for Rean. Rising Espresso. That's a pretty damn big heal.
You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, wait. Nope, doesn't count. Oh. I do remember you, but I don't know anything about you. I don't remember anything about him. Professor Cronkite's favorite roaming cafe. After several visits, I'm starting to get a feel for where it sets up shop. Now, what if I made an app that tracked it? I bet the student population would go wild for that. Wait, is that you, Miss Toa? Long time no see, Elijah. Oh yeah, he transferred to the Institute. He was in Aramis. Looks like you've settled into Basel from top to bottom. I guess, yeah. It's been fun being surrounded by so many walking sources of inspiration on the daily. It must be another Aramis Academy graduate. Oh, he didn't transfer. Just graduated. That school really pumps out the best and brightest, just like Thors. This Roman cafe is pretty novel. Getting a drink feels extra special after you finally manage to track it down.
Running a search.
What are we looking at? Jess! Got his guitar on his back. What are you doing here? For my next song, how about, yeah, that's a good theme to work off.
What I want is to move forward, to weave my words together from a new point of view. Isn't that this man, the singer-songwriter who made it big in Crossbell? Right, he went to Crossbell after. Yeah, his name's Jess. He used to be active here in Calvart, though. Things were going well for him in Crossbell, from what I heard, but I guess he made his way back at some point. I'm thinking of putting out my next song soon, so I've been traveling cross-country to help me brainstorm. After all, some things just won't come into view until you widen your horizons. It's poignant, really. And as it turns out, I really do see things from a wider perspective now. Not like before, when I was afraid no one would ever understand me.
Performing search.
So, we found Raymond and we haven't found Carol yet, though.
Let's search around.
Oh yeah, Nellie and Amelie. Didn't we just see them earlier? I feel like we just saw them. So that's Basel's tram system. Isn't it amazing, Amelie? It's completely different from Marassian's. Oh, is that where you guys are from? This one has card authentication and cards that fly through the air. Oh, compose yourself, Nellie. This is nothing the guidebook hasn't already told us. And that said, must we write it here and now? Why not take the bridge instead? Amelie, don't tell me you're scared. It's okay. I'll hold your hand nice and tight, no matter what happens. Don't be preposterous. I'm well within my rights to be wary of my new first experience. This side of her is just too adorable. Amelie and I had a little misunderstandings before. But ever since clearing them up, we've been the most inseparable pair of pals in our entire music academy. Huh? Music academy? Now I get to see these hidden sides of her. Who knew she was so adorable underneath? God, I don't remember you guys. Why don't I remember them? I just remember the names. I could have sworn this girl was a touch more reserved, or perhaps meek would be more apropos. Ever since that singing competition, she's changed dramatically, as though a weight has been lifted off her. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. I rather prefer this more organic Nellie. This is the Aerotram platform. Please present your certification while boarding. Certification card. I've heard rumors, but it's even more beautiful in motion than I pictured. Yeah, you can tell just by looking that it's a smooth, gentle ride from point A to point B. It's hard to pull your eyes away, huh? Apparently Professor Hamilton was the designer. For future reference, some aerotrams restrict usage according to the ranks of one's certification card. Your A-rank cards, however, will grant you access to most of the city's facilities without charge. So please feel free to board at your leisure. It goes up there, and then there's another one that goes up there. What do you mean, some location? You make it sound like it goes everywhere. Is it not just... Oh, wait, there are 3 of them. Okay, so that one goes directly there, and then there's another one that goes that way and then over to there. I feel like we need like 3 or 4 more of those to really... Oh. Okay. To really make that feel relevant. Care for some space-themed merchandise on your Basel sightseeing trip? With the launch just around the corner, you'll want a good souvenir to remember it by.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Oh, by 2.
Thank you very much.
Let's see.
They aren't good. I brought all of the kids from my neighborhood along on this tour. They seem to be absolutely beside themselves, much to my delight. Though I must say, this cityscape had even me astonished at first sight when we arrived. But that's neither here nor there. So long as the little ones can look back fondly, I couldn't ask for anything more. Jed over there had a rather unconventional home life. One thing led to another, and now I'm looking after him. That he could come along and enjoy this trip with his friends brings me no small relief. I know the name Jed. Jed and Mina. You two sound familiar. I don't know if I know a Tony. Wow, it's so pretty. This place is totally different from Meseldom. Oh, it's those guys. Okay. Or kids. The only kids, really, in Meseldom besides Kisara. Oh, what's that over there? Let's go take a look, you guys. Hey, I said not to run too far ahead of us, Tony. Geez, is he ever not a handful? Pfft, that's rich coming from you, Jed. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly what it sounds like. Who's the one who got so excited for this trip that he couldn't sleep a wink, huh? How do you know that, you nagging shrew? I'm not nagging or a shrew. Sheesh, moving in with Granny Angela hasn't changed you one bit. You guys are always such good pals. Come on, let's go see what's over there. So this is Basel. I'm happy we all got to come here together. Jed won't admit it, but even he was super excited. I can't wait for all the places we're gonna see. I guess I never have gotten to go on this trip at all. I'd have never. coughing fit there. Hopefully I remember to mute it. I guess I'd never have gotten to go on this trip at all if I was still living with my butt wipe of a dad. I really owe Granny Angela for that. I even got to come with my friends. It's a lot to take in. I really am glad Jed wound up coming along with us, though. And his home situation sorted out now, too. Hopefully it gets him looking more on the bright side. I've always wanted to tour around Calvard for a while now. I've been wanting to, but I didn't expect it to do it through an actual tour. There's so many different cultures here, all inside these same borders, and every one of them is worth a look. My dad's gone to whole other countries to hone his skills, though, so he's probably seen things twice as impressive. Just thinking about it is getting me raring to travel abroad pronto. But anyway, this is Basel, huh? Just think of all the orbments being sent out to the world from here. And that's not even getting into the contributions they're making to the space program right now. It makes my heart swell a little having the chance to be here in person. My work's been a total frenzy ever since Project Startaker was announced. I guess we are a home appliance manufacturer, though, and being a Vern subsidiary means we have had a hand in T-phones, too. This could be my chance to beef up my resume. Time for me to buckle down. Okay. Did you help contribute to any of that? Wait. What do you mean? Oh, they're downstairs. Oh. We haven't been in here either.
Take your time.
What? Orbal microwaves are sold out again. The store is operated by the Vern Company itself, yet even their enormous selection can't manage to keep them in stock. Nothing else for it. I'll just have to buy the latest hand-home appliances the moment they hit the market. I guess so. It's good I got that 4SPG up, but there's still no hide or hair of the Arkride solutions. I'd really rather it be them who handles this problem. Sounds like a pending request. Let's check the bulletin board. Oh man, hold on.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Everything new? Oh, good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, good. Alright. Oh, I forgot to do that?
Thanks for the meal.
What did I just buy? Sir, what did I just buy?
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Where did I think it was food? Latest Orbal dryer that can simultaneously moisturize your hair. Perfect for Altina.
Treasure it always.
Oh, 6 pages, huh? That's fine. I'm preparing. Technical features of the Independence II Orbal rocket. We would like to discuss some of our fascinating features in the development history of the Independence II, revealed in a report by the Aerospace Force and the Institute of Science. Basic principles of an Orbal rocket. A rocket is a system propelled by a reactive force created by powerful jet propulsion. This idea dates back to the Middle Ages, where Easterners used fire arrow gunpowder weapons. In Orbal rockets, propulsive power is generated by a special Orbal engine, releasing energy under high temperatures and pressure. Theoretically speaking, it has the potential to reach acceleration in altitude levels unachievable with anti-gravity engines. But the Project Startaker launch is the first time in history that this technology is being put through its paces. Design of the Independence II. Prototype for the Independence II was the Independence I, devised by the late Professor Callahan as a ballistic missile and high-altitude atmospheric observation probe made to counter the Empire's railway guns. Professor Cronkite made numerous changes and revisions when designing the Independence II. For example, to increase the propulsion, he improved its energy efficiency by clustering engines and adding liquid propellants. Though to create the massive amount of heat and propulsion needed to push into space, the rocket consumes Orbal energy faster than it can naturally recover. On top of that, the part of the spacecraft which houses the generator experiences wear and tear from the internal pressure and heat. Although the rate of erosion is reduced by the liquid coolant, that alone isn't enough. The device which solves the problem is the multi-stage system, which disconnects the worn-out propulsion stages that have used up all the energy. Thanks to inventions like these, space is now finally within humanity's grasp. International relations. 2 months passed since Vern joined the Tech Union. It's already been 2 months since the Vern Company joined the West Zemuria Tech Union in May. Although many voiced their concerns at the time, the company is already building fruitful relationships with the other members' organizations. First and foremost, they have joined hands with the Epstein Foundation for the internationalization of Zypha Standard. Collaboration will be key in the development of future communications technology, including satellite communication, and the foundation has made their commitment to that end. Vern has signed several agreements with the Reinford Company, primarily in regard to joint development and licensed production in the heavy industry sector, and as a result, these once fierce rivals are now engaging in friendly co-opetition. With the Vern Company putting pen to paper with no other organizations in their industry as well, they've wasted no time making major waves with the Union. Since the Vern Company sits among the highest in the Union in terms of financial power, market share, and number of patents, it's easy to imagine their influence growing to new heights. Going forward, the Vern Company and the Republic may very well be leading the charge within the world of technology. Medicine. Research on artificial limbs progressing smoothly. Could artificial organs become a reality? Wait, was that the whole title? The Basel Institute of Science has reported partially successful results in its clinical trials of artificial biological limbs, bringing it one step closer to practical use. Artificial limbs are a further development of nerve-connected mechanical limbs. Not only do they move like real limbs, but they include functions like sensory feedback through a network of artificial nerves and temperature regulation via artificial blood circulation. If they come to pass, they could reproduce sensations and fine motor movements that are very much akin to what real limbs can provide. Parties involved have expressed their eagerness to bring them to those who have lost their limbs from injury or illness as soon as they can. What's more, by applying the knowledge gained from artificial limbs, which can be organically connected to the human body, it may be possible to create artificial organs in the future as well. Were this to happen, countless lives could be saved, including those with serious organ diseases. On the other hand, many people harbor trepidation over the continuing blurring of the boundaries between humans and machines. Astronomy. The Great Conjunction, the celestial show of the century to be held in August. The Great Conjunction will be visible in the sky in late August. The Great Conjunction is a phenomenon wherein the moon, sun, and Septian planets line up in a row, and when viewed from the ground, they appear to overlap in one spot. As this only occurs once every 1,000 years. Quite literally, the celestial show of the century. Okay. Interesting. I hope all our readers will be able to make time to witness this once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event. That is so gonna be relevant. Why? Yeah. That is gonna be extremely relevant. Keep this in mind, me. Something about a great conjunction happening in August, which isn't even that far away. I bet the game ends with some great conjunction. Oh God, that was a bit to read. I probably need to cough again. I'll probably need to pause quick. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. I'm good. I swear to God, I'm not sick. I'm just recording in extreme heat. And it's not good. This was the worst game to start during the summer. I should have started in the winter. Oh, Carter, always the weapon nut. And yet you don't have the chops to use them yourself. I guess that part of you never changes either. Hey, wait, I think I recognize you. I know I don't look it, but I've got some clout as an engineer now, so cut it out with the babying. Anyway, did you finish your business in Basel, Mom? You came to pick up some custom-made parts, right? Well, that, and to see my sweet little boy on the job. Now that I've done both, it's probably about time to get my butt back to Anchorville. Oh, so I don't know you. No reason I can't tour Aldra's new plant before that, though. Ah, there goes Mom's factory fanaticism again, and she says I'm the one who never changes. That reminds me, I heard Marduk's newest armaments are starting distribution. Yeah, they've hit the market with another lineup made from the latest tech. Oh, I got a turn. I don't know if that worked. One particular feature are these new frames that were designed using Holo AI. I knew I was right to ask you first. Welcome. If you're looking to buy or modify weapons, this is the place. My mom's here visiting right now, but you can just ignore her.
Allow me to assist.
Oh, they're better? Oh, this is where we get them, right. I don't know why I'm not equipping them, but... There is 4 evasion loss for 30 defense, though. There's no reason not to get these. I'm gonna buy like 8 of these for other people. You don't have anything unique in there, okay. Alright, I don't see a reason not to get these, even if we're gonna lose a little evasion. That is big defense up, so...
I hope to see you again.
Okay. Alright, everyone's wearing the new stuff.
Performing search.
Oh, it's gray. Let's see. Maybe I'll browse through their custom handgun parts before I go back to Edith. Oh, Fee, it's good to see you again. Patrolling around Basel with the Thors crew before your big exercise, huh? Alex tells me you guys are doing proxy work for the Spriggan, too. Something like that. You headed back to the capital already, Gray. Yeah, on top of my original liaison duties, I've been here helping out from last night to this morning. Hopefully it made a difference, even if it wasn't for all that long. It's hardly the only city going through it lately, but Basel's issues are a whole different ballgame. So from how things looked when I stopped by last night, I'd say you'd made yourself pretty useful. Glad you think so. Being here for less than 24 hours had that much of an impact. He must be one outstanding bracer. Enough to land senior status in just a couple months. Hit a few bumps on the road along the way, but now he's got people out in the provinces leaning on him too. I've been in Basel on liaison duty ever since yesterday, but Edith still needs me back over there soon. Sorry I can't be of any help to you guys, but you've got my support for what it's worth.
Running a search.
Alright. Can't go in the bathrooms. Grand Prix. Is that it? Are we good? Alright, we have to go into Vern HQ and watch a movie. I mean, I guess we'll do the movie last and then connect, just because... Wait, this is gonna be a side quest. Alright, what is it?
Let's see.
Recently there's been a sudden surge in demand for Orbal microwave appliances in the Basel Orbal store, resulting in a huge stock shortage. On the surface, it seems like a simple scalping scheme, but something about this is setting off alarms in my head. I'd like to consult the Spriggan, who helped me out in the past. Oh. This is the Newtown bulletin board. We should check it every so often while we're in town. And would you look at that? We got a request here too. There's demand for this kind of service in every district from the looks of it. I have mixed feelings about that, honestly. It means the number of cases that fall in the morally gray camp are pervasive here. But it's for that reason we need people like Van who can tackle these people's problems. It definitely seems like there are requests and information we can only pick up using this method. So, this is how they operate. I suppose there's a lot we can glean from doing things this way. Alright, we'll check that in a minute because there are people in here.
Running a search.
Hold. In short, we'd like to push the delivery date on those aforementioned components forward. We may be under the same Vern umbrella. That's a bit of a high-handed request, don't you think? Running our manufactories on what should be days off will necessitate a 10% increase in compensation at the very least. It's the least you could do if you want to be prepared for the inevitable post-space program boom. It's always a savvy negotiator. I'll talk it over with HQ, headquarters. I must ask, though, that project of yours is still designated as confidential, yeah? Will you be declassifying it now that the AF and Project Startaker have been made public? Yes, well, about that. Truth be told, apart from being top secret and built to order, I'm not privy to any details. Oh, you don't even know about it?
Search.
Go here first. Tritty? Your name is Tritty? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vern Company headquarters. We've been instructed to provide you with nothing less than premium treatment. Could I interest you in a tour of our building's general access areas? Or one of our other activities, perhaps? No, we wouldn't want to put you out. But getting your digits, now that would interest me. As for other activities, how's about dinner tonight? Oh, Crow, your mouth seems to be writing checks your body can't cash. Try to have some decency before you get our invitations revoked. Here we go. What a couple of squares. Their banter is the same as ever. Tell me about it.
What's wrong with that? It's still decent. He was nice enough to, he just said, "Can I get your phone number?" There's nothing wrong with that, is there? None of you are nervous in the least, evidently. Though I imagine the timing of these exercises at the Ort Proving Ground still raises a fair few concerns. At any rate, I'll be extending my support to the absolute utmost. Best of luck to you all. Yeah, I mean, she's on duty, though, and you said it right in front of everyone, which put her on the spot, so...
Performing search.
I guess it is a little indecent. Oh, good. I've missed you, man in suit.
How am I ever going to be able to repay you, Professor Hamilton?
What is his name again?
I simply must thank you for what you did to resolve all of the problems I created last year.
Please, Mr. Townsend. It was just an unfortunate setback.
Bill Towson. I believe his first name's Bill.
You did more than enough to assist with the aftermath. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't owe me a thing. If anything, I feel awful that I was unable to prevent your dismissal during the board meeting.
Oh, no, really. That was due to my own failings. You had to leave to the Far East, after all.
The man Professor Hamilton's talking to. Is he who I think he is? Yeah, and they say being let go last year broke him up so much that he had to take a griefcation about it. Fee, not so loud. Ah, yes, I remember that from the database. Heh, so that's their boomerang CEO, huh?
Oh, hello, everyone. Enjoying a thorough tour of Basel, are we?
That's right. It's been a very refreshing experience so far.
You all must be...
I remember his first name. CEO.
I'm the Vern Group's returning CEO, Bill Townsend. You must be the party from Erebonia, Thors Military Academy, wasn't it? It's a pleasure.
I don't remember his first name's Bill. It's unnecessary information to keep in my head. Me. I see. So you know Chairman Arena and her daughter, Elisa. Oh yes, I had the fortune of making their acquaintance upon our induction into the Tech Union back in May. We discussed the possibility of taking the T-phone worldwide, among other projects. Though, how should I say this? The chairwoman took over the entire conversation. Yeah, that sounds like her. No surprise, Elisa's mom is as intense as ever. I've had the pleasure of meeting Arena before myself. Her husband was Professor Schmidt's best disciple, as I recall. I'd love to meet their daughter, too, if I ever have the chance. Young Miss Elisa was quite composed for someone her age. She managed to an advantageous compromise regarding those Orbal bike patents. I suppose it's no surprise for an affiliate of Thors. You're giving us too much credit. Sounds like Elisa is busier than ever now. Is it true that Reinford Tech is being used in the space program? That's the rumor, anyway. I admit the space program is outside of my jurisdiction. That Reinford group used to rival Liberal's ZCF. But I believe that after negotiations with Marduk fell through, the program's been relying on technology from the Epstein Foundation. Perhaps this afternoon will pit you against a culmination of all of their varied technologies. Now we're getting to the point. And I'd put my money on that Cronkite guy being the genius behind it. A gamble well made. I said it earlier, but he really is on a different level from even us three disciples. He was never the type to rely too much on others, be it their research or their direct assistance. But recently, he's shelved his pride and committed himself to exhausting every avenue for the space program. And that's why he's extended this invitation to Rean and the rest of you. He believes you can provide him with important insight. Huh? That makes sense. So he went out of his way to bring Rean and Crow here to gather more data. For what?
Thank you for the heads up. We'll be able to be more attentive during the exercise. Yeah, appreciate the tip, especially given your positions. Well, what can I say? The professor in the presidential office have been rubbing off on me. And besides, without external influences, businesses and countries would go stagnant. Which is to say, I have high hopes for you, all of you. Mr. Tossend, guess I should rethink my opinion of you. Perhaps it's odd for me to say this, but he has grown more reliable. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch this spectacle, as I'll be leaving Basel after this. But I wish you all the best of luck. I hope the experience is fruitful. Thank you. I'll do what I can to deliver. Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask, Professor, where are you headed next? Back to your research base in the east, maybe? No, though the delay it will cause to my work does concern me, I still wish to watch the launch in 2 days' time. I'm thinking of paying an old acquaintance of mine a visit as well, now that the opportunity presents itself. Huh, that's so. Any long-time acquaintance of yours must be a very remarkable person in their own right. I wonder about that. Oh. The way you say it, now that the opportunity presents itself, is it because... I'm guessing it's you and Kafai and he's come out of hiding, so you have an opportunity. Yeah? He's old, you're old, that's all I got? Ah, yes, regarding Alfred's notes, Toa. I prepared them for you at the observatory, so do give them a look when you feel inclined. Ooh! Oh, thank you so much for going to all that trouble. Alfred, does she mean your grandfather, Toa? Former Imperial Museum director and one of, if not the greatest astronomers in Erebonia, right? Yes, as a matter of fact, he visited Basel's observatory 15 years ago, though we'd already known each other through a certain someone else long before then. You don't say. Sounds like there's a fascinating story there, from a historical perspective. Instructor mode activated. It is his specialty subject, and though he does tread a fine line between historical and hysterical. Well, let's not unpack all of this right here. I'll tell you guys all about it later. In any case, I'll be praying that your exercise this afternoon bears some fruitful results. Feel free to make use of the observatory once it's over and done. Thank you very much. You take care now, Professor. Looking back, I've been through nothing but horror story after horror story recently. My dismissal late last year, Nemeth Island, that dream coup d'etat. Still, I'd like to believe that those experiences have all shaped the person I am today. Stomaching a little adversity, or two, is child's play in comparison now. Seems life hasn't been too kind to him. This dream he speaks of, do you suppose? It must be the same thing I experienced last spring, the crisis that could have been. Though I wouldn't have guessed Mr. Tossend remembered it too. Elaine told me about that. Sounded like more of a nightmare, really. Still, Arkride and his crew managed to work it out from what I hear. The crisis that could have been, though, eh? I doubt it's related to us getting invited here, but let's keep it in the back of our minds, just in case. For the time being, my plan is to watch your valorous displays on the proving grounds. The new model you'll be confronting is a product of unparalleled genius. I look forward to seeing how it fares. Okay. That is officially everyone, and all of the main story, outside of going to Osh Canyon. We're gonna have to do the side quest first, and then the movie theater. And then the 3 connection events. Oh my god. That's fine. It's gonna be fine. Alright, before we start this though, I'm gonna cool off my room quick. Okay, so everything's working. For some reason, whenever I hit anything, hit my desk or leave anything,
My webcam disables, my keyboard disables, the mic turns off and on. I don't know what's happening with that. I think I have a really bad USB hub, and I need to buy a new one. Interesting. But I reset everything and it looks fine, so we'll see. Are you Mr. Radad, the manager? We saw your post on the bulletin board. Oh, and you folks aren't. It sounds like you're here about my request. But I don't see Mr. Arkride with you. He was the one who came for the Holo core testing last time. Actually, we'll be taking his place today on account of a variety of circumstances. He might not be here in person, but the guy himself gave us the okay to act on his behalf. Really now? In that case, why don't we get right into the meat of the matter? Something about people cleaning out your stock of Orbal microwaves just like that, right? Can't say I'm all that familiar with the product. Orbal microwaves are state-of-the-art kitchen appliances that have yet to reach mainstream adoption. They heat food quickly and easily by irradiating it with high-frequency Orbal waves. That does sound pretty convenient. Oh, you bet. Though they may not be commonplace yet, but mass production lines are nearly ready. After that, it's only a matter of time before they're widespread. And once they are, every household will be that much more efficient for it. Without said production lines, though, we can currently only carry a limited number at a time. Which is why this recent rash of bulk purchasing is causing an inventory shortage. That's no crime, though. Plus, it turns a hefty profit, so the store doesn't exactly lose out. The empty shelves are definitely a hassle, though. Could be that they're getting scooped up for resale, too. Something else is nagging at me. You opted to bring this to a Spriggan over the police or guild, right? Right, and for a reason. See, these buying sprees the past few days struck me as awfully organized. We'll get a series of customers purchasing multiple microwaves each, for example. Alright, one per customer. Limit it. Or a group of them all at once to clean out our stock, not a moment after we've replenished it. That is most definitely odd. The scale is inordinately large for simple scalping. It still doesn't break the law or harm any civilians, though. Which is exactly why it'd be hard to get help from the police or guild. One way or another, the trend is unnatural. I can't shake the sense that ignoring it is a risky move. I know it's selfish to ask over just a gut feeling, but would you be willing to look into it? Well, yeah, I agree. Alright, consider your request accepted. Can't get a read on their intentions here otherwise, and the bigger picture might surprise us. Phew, thanks a million. My hopes are all on you. Just so we have more context, is this only happening at this location? No, ours has seen the worst of it, but other mass merchandisers are experiencing the same too. They're all connected. That make this a pretty coordinated operation. Let's say it is to resell them though. My big hang-up then would be, why now? I haven't heard a peep about microwaves being a sudden craze over the last few days. Perhaps we should speak with the other affected stores in that case. Hey, actually, it'd be nice to get a different point of view from that of a retailer. For now, why don't we try asking a manufacturer? Good idea. Moving higher up the supply chain might give us a broader perspective on this. For all we know, something could be happening on their end too. Well, if you don't mind a suggestion, how about the workshop next to the chapel in the artisanal district? It's involved in Orbal microwave development, and the man in charge there is a pal of mine, more or less. Bring up my name and he should answer just about any question you have. Oh, that one guy's boss? Forgot them? Oh yeah, sounds like the best jumping off point we can hope for. Settled then. Let's get to go see what the artisan has to say about the situation.
Commencing proxy Spriggan work.
Wait. Is this would be near the residence.
Let's vamoose.
That guy said he's been like doing something new. Wait, is it not? It's not you two? Oh. I thought it was gonna be them.
Really piling on the work.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Yo, got a sec?
The orbital wave microwave mess. Only natural we know about it. After all, more inventory shortages equal more product requests. It's rough going, truth be told. So even the manufacturers are feeling the impact. These bulk purchases must be on an even larger scale than we assumed then. The question is, why would they need to go this far to gather so many? If you don't mind me asking, have your fellow artisans mentioned anything else concerning? I'd like to make sure nothing similar is happening with other products, just to be thorough. Agreed. If there are, in fact, other such cases, we may be able to identify a pattern of sorts. Well, let me think. This could be completely unrelated, but a little incident at our antenna production site does come to mind. Antennas? I suppose they also emit radiation. The way orbital microwaves do. Still, it's fundamentally separate industry, fundamentally, with a totally different manufacturer. Either way, I got word of something going down on that end at the same time the microwaves were being bought up. Apparently they were contacted by someone claiming to represent a foreign trading company. From there, it was inquiry after repeated inquiry on urgent, last-minute orders. What's more, they'd never even heard the name of the trading company in question before. Somebody out there is going to absurd lengths to procure antennas ASAP, which makes the company putting in the request just as sketchy. Might be good to ask somebody at the antenna manufacturer and see what dots we can connect. Let's go to Vern HQ and have them hook us up then.
Let's make tracks.
Not exactly piecing together what's been going on here. Clearly they need microwaves for something, but it's not scalping. Rean and the group explain the situation. That's right, a foreign trading company has been approaching us rather aggressively as of late. What's more, the last-minute nature of their requests put us in a bit of a bind, so we provisionally supplied them with a set number of antenna components as a sample batch. I see. And have you gotten any requests from them aside from purchase orders? Are they trying to make their own? Well, now that you mention it, they did have questions on devising ways to increase orbital wave directivity. Oh, never mind, they're not. Directivity. The degree to which orbital waves are concentrated in a single direction. In standard communications, they're emitted such that the radiation is spread over a wide area. Directivity may be increased, but however, in cases of exceptionally high transmission volumes or environments that impede orbital wave passage. Still, if it was just for those purposes, the necessary equipment should already be available. But in this case, they're expressly trying to extract information on creative alternatives, and I think I can guess what for. Creative alternatives, yeah, to modify a different product, because this would be the thing that you could already do without that. They're trying to they're trying to direct. Re-examine this. Additionally supplied them.
Now that you mention it, they ask questions on devising ways to increase Orbal wave directivity, not distance. Because that would be power. That would be increasing... Yeah, we're looking for direction, not distance. So I'm gonna go with modifying the... That just... I feel like I'm probably wrong here. But this doesn't really... Like, this feels like it... They're trying to direct it into another product that they're building. Maybe. They must be aiming to apply it to something else on their own. That's the impression I'm getting. But in the end, it's only microwaves that were bought up in bulk. In which case, maybe the goal is to increase the microwave's directivity using those antennas as reference. You mentioned having already provided them with some parts, correct? Do you know who was responsible for the shipments? Okay, it seems like I probably was correct. Unless they're gonna be like, no, actually it meant direction. Sure, or one of them at least. We had a delivery man named Jason transport some parts from the factory for us. Understood. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for this. Okay, gang, let's go speak to that delivery man. You told me he often works in the artisanal district during the day. Yeah, we know where he is. Might as well stroll our way down the road and see if we can't spot him then. Oh, I mean, if I got SP, I probably got it right. Racer Guild. He's right across the street.
I don't know what to do. Excuse me a moment.
Antenna parts? Yeah, I transport them from the factory to the client's pickup location. Said you're looking for a connection between that and the bulk microwave purchases. Right. It seemed like an organized effort, so we thought it best to dig around behind the scenes. Granted, there's still no way for sure. There's still no saying for sure that it's all just a single group at work. But circumstantially, the likelihood's pretty high. Well, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, the binge microwave buyers and those ordering antenna parts, are one and the same. Matter of fact, I've seen trucks carrying those exact microwaves more than once. And they always seem to be headed to the same direction I took the antenna parts. They too? Yep, been bringing them northwest on the national highway across multiple trips by the looks of it. Couldn't tell you where they're actually storing the things, though. Still, knowing what direction they're being transported gives us a trail to follow. To a point, yeah. With any luck, we might even learn who it is we're up against. I spotted them hauling their cargo up the Northwest Highway loads of times by now. Struck me as pretty unusual for your typical vendor, frankly. I'd been wondering about it myself. They must be traveling back and forth on that road pretty frequently in that case. For now, though, let's take a moment to review our findings. They're going up there. Alright, we've gathered a decent amount of intel, if nothing else. Yeah, and some group or other is buying up every Orbal microwave on the market, and on top of that, aiming to increase their directivity using antenna technology. Probably not for anything ethical either, with all this sneaking and weaseling around. They have to hide their reason for mashing different branches of tech together. I think I see where this is going. Cough like usual. We can definitely make some educated guesses on what their objective here is. One in particular sticks out as most probable. No? Yeah. Absolutely. Not ethical, probably. They're using antennas to redirect radiation. And you wouldn't... Obviously, you wouldn't do that for a cooking appliance unless you had to
surgically heat something. Industrial espionage? No, they wouldn't be asking about the directivity and all that. So, I don't know, it's repurposing into weapons. Emitting powerful orbital waves with high directivity. Doesn't that sound like something you can weaponize? Especially given how rapidly the high frequencies used by microwaves can heat things. A substantial enough output does have the theoretical capacity to kill or injure a person. In fact, it doesn't even require that level of potency to find use as a weapon. At minimum, concentrating orbital wave outputs to a certain degree would allow one to short-circuit an orbment. Good point. And that alone would make it a pretty darn effective, combat effective. Target an enemy's armaments, vehicles, or comms equipment, and the fight tips way in your favor. The thought of there being technology with that much potential to harm in an everyday appliance unsettles me a little. But it's a sensible hypothesis for sure. If it's on the money, then we're dealing with some real powder kegs here. Damn though, this is one twist I didn't see coming. Our client's bad hunch was a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, he might not have put out a Forest PG before the situation got out of control. If there's even the slightest possibility of nefarious activity, then we'll want to gather up some solid evidence, the sooner the better. Well, our best chance of finding any'll be on that highway to the northwest those guys have been using. Right, let's stake it out and try to catch them in transit. Alright. Wait. Using this will advance the quest, so make sure. Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be a battle. That's fine. Yeah, that's so many microwaves we procured. Enough to account for trial and error even. The issue is what degree of modification we can manage ourselves. It may be necessary to outsource after all. Now that our go-to workshop in the Empire is gone, well, we'll have to rely on new channels of... So you went to the Black Workshop before? Is that man one of them? I heard the words procured and microwave. Heh, look at us, hitting Peter right out of the gate. Can't pick up much of the conversation from here, though. Either way, it's obviously suspect. We'll just have to step in ourselves. Yeah, let's see what he has to say. Excuse me, I'd like to ask you something. Interlopers, we'll continue this over on your side. Ah, wait. How did he get in the car and get away before that? Gone without a second thought. That's a red flag, 100%. Guy's no stranger to quick getaways. Our earlier hypothesis seems all the more viable now. Let's go after him already. This is a good shot. Kind of. I can use my bike to... That won't be necessary. I'll lend you a hand. Renee? No? And you are? Oh, well, CID at least. A member of the CID. But please, don't be alarmed. You and I share the same goal here, I wager. Now get inside, quickly. I've seen this man somewhere before. Is he not Oh, wait, that's Hubert? The former operative of Erebonia's intelligence division. No way. When was the last time we heard about Hubert? It was in Reverie, but did we hear about him in Daybreak at all? I heard he defected to the Republic only to be framed by Lecter as a triple agent. I know I've heard information from him since. My name is Hubert. I'm with the 2nd External Affairs Division of the CID. At the moment, I'm investigating the influx of criminal syndicates and foreign militants into the country. Alright, in that case, we'll gladly accept your help. Hey now, you sure about this, Rean? Doesn't seem related to the space program or being invited here, so there's no need to be overly cagey. Better to work together and then drive an unnecessary wedge between us. Right, I do have my reservations about the position we're in.
but that's exactly why we should play the long game and cooperate elsewhere within reason. Thank you for your understanding. Let's hurry. Going by the number of parts, we should be able to make enough to run a test operation with each unit. Then, once we get some results, we can use a dummy company for even larger scale procurement. That'll bring us one step closer to Marduk's advanced technology. Or better yet, to the weapon that woman uses, if we play our cards right. As for the prototyping, I have a few engineers in mind who should be up for the task. Stop right there. So you really are developing illegal arms. Not for long, though, if the guild has something to say about it. We've been looking into your mass purchasing of Orbal appliances over in Basel, and it's plain to see that your reasons for it are against the law. We'll be happy to hear the details from you directly. Just as our analyst predicted, you have some nerve pulling this now of all times. It's a crisis management concern we can't afford to overlook. Oh no. Those weapons. Hold up, don't tell me you guys are... So you sniffed us out. But that doesn't mean we're just gonna hand these over. What, guys with guns? That's all I've got from you. Whether it's you outsiders or the CID, we won't show any mercy. These men seem like professionals. Don't go easy on them for a second. Right. You got it.
Ready to go. Now, rapid sword.
Damage up.
Go ahead.
Spirit unification.
This is going to be bad for them.
My Tachi is ash itself. Manifold fates woven into an intangible form. Purge, rush, rage, sword, flame, ashen slash, luminous flux.
He does 58 in one move? That's a big ass chain. Yeah, no, you don't...
Leveled up.
You don't survive Rean. And that's a wrap. Still, I knew I recognized their style of combat. Guns? That can wait. Right now, we need to restrain and interrogate. Wait, don't let your guard down just yet. Reinforcements. About time. Sorry, the procurement took longer than expected. More importantly, we'd better pull back. It'd be trouble if any of us get detained. Okay, that'll mean abandoning some of the parts we acquired, but there's no way around it. What the hell? Watch out, everyone. They got grenades. Only smoke, but I guess that's its own pain in the ass. We could have destroyed them. We could have destroyed them. And they escaped, somehow. It's not too late. If we give chase now... No, let us take it from here. We've already got a trace on them for the most part. Compared to other cases, this one isn't so urgent that we can't continue to monitor them until a more opportune moment arises. With that in mind, it'd be imprudent of us to involve you quasi-diplomats any further. After all, you fulfilled your request. There's no reason not to wash your hands of this affair. He's got a point. Something tells me this is more than just being mindful of our situation. It's a strangely passive response for the CID. They're not usually one to do things halfway. And the space program is presumably their highest operational priority at present. In that context, the fact that someone of his standing is solitarily in charge of this case speaks to its low importance. But even that doesn't make it any less unnatural, considering how painstakingly thorough the CID has been up to this point. So you don't think that
this was official. Not too happy leaving it at that, but sticking our noses any further, and they might just get chopped off. Yeah, we might need to call it quits here, given our position. For now, let's just stick to the requests and check all the goods they bought up. With that, Rean and Company examined the cargo left behind by the mysterious group. As expected, the orbital microwaves and antenna components in question were among them. At the same time, they found documentation that supported their hypothesis. Understood. So the influx of armed militants from abroad is roughly as anticipated. Regardless, so long as it has little direct influence on the project, we will maintain our policy of keeping checks and seizure to a minimum. Just as you did today. I don't see how any of this connects to the space program to begin with, but I'm sick and tired of being saddled with nothing but petty brush fryers. Incidentally, one of the Thors members you aided in this case once belonged to the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. While it's surely been some time since you last met, I trust there were no complications. What's that supposed to imply? I'd never leak intel over to them. Besides, I hadn't even heard a word about that girl being part of their group. Because you weren't notified. As one not directly involved in the project, you've hardly any need to know the finer details on them. So what? You let me run into those guys as a test? Damn it. Still toying with me, same as always. In any case, your assignment in Basel is done. Your next will be a simple intelligence gathering in Edith. Go about it with leisure, if you would. Roger that. I'll make my way over. Poor Hubert. So, they were being repurposed as weapons. It's a little hard to swallow. We were just as flabbergasted, to be fair. But going by the documents recovered on site, there's no room for doubt. Plans for the procurement of pulse weaponry at minimum expenditure via the conversion of shortwave oscillators in culinary appliances. Holy shit. Let me look at that again. Okay. As predicted, they intended on using short-focused wavelengths to burn out circuitry, or perhaps even as anti-personnel weapons in the future. And they were definitely Jaegers too, going by their gear. Oh, they were Jaegers. But in that case, developing weapons themselves feels a little off-brand. So someone hired them. Probably has something to do with the Black Workshop going under. Right, and the Marduk company may have been a heavy influence too. From what it seemed, part of their plans included personally negotiating with multiple engineers to finalize the technology. At any rate, the CID will be working to track them, so I doubt they'll be skulking around Basel again from here on. Plus, while it may not have been all of them, we did manage to recover some of the microwaves they hoarded. Once again, thank you so much. The situation amounted to more than I imagined. There's just no telling, though, what slippery slope weaponizing household appliances might lead to. Any piece of tech runs a risk of being misused. This whole mess is a grim reminder of that. Agreed. The issue will only intensify, too, as consumer orbments become more and more sophisticated. It's partly why we at the Verne Company didn't join the Tech Union at first. Looking back, I can't help but feel how spot on that foresight was. Either way, now we know what the bulk microwave buying was really about. And as long as it doesn't happen again anytime soon, Basel's businesses can rest easy for a while. Right, I'm a little disappointed we couldn't uncover the entire story behind all this. But it's thanks to you following your gut so promptly that we were able to nip it in the bud. To level with you, I thought I was being overly paranoid at first. But it turns out that putting 4SPG up early on... Turns out Turns out putting that 4 SPG up early on was the right call in the end. Still, with militants operating behind the scenes like that, the circumstances are anything but simple. We'll have to be extra careful where we step.
Living up to the hype.
Our reward's been deposited.
Thank you. Come on. Oh what, my god, do I still have I have one more law point. How did I get chaos to 2 so quickly? Holy. Making weapons out of microwaves, of all these spine-chilling ideas. This whole mess only reminds me that dangers like these are just part of the package when it comes to technological innovation. I guess that makes organizations like the Tech Union all the more essential going forward.
Please, take your time.
Alright. Connection events definitely have to wait till the next one, but we're gonna watch a movie.
This new movie
I
theater is so
Part of me said something in my head. That's called thinking me. Part of me had a thought about going to Grimgarten, and I can't remember why. Why did I want to go in here? Oh, now I know.
May I help you? Preparing for this is what we have for sale. Thank you very much. We have all
Customize.
sorts of goods.
To upgrade. Alright, are they even equipped? No, they're not. I really should have just equipped them. Yeah, we've been using the old weapon the whole time. There we go.
Thank you very much. Come again.
Glad I remembered that. Okay, so we're gonna go watch a movie. Down here. What do we... Oh, wait. What... Probably save. Welcome to the Cinema Echelon. Our theater just opened this past spring. We use the latest in movie screening technology to provide an incredibly realistic viewing experience. It's sure to amaze, especially for those visiting from abroad. Give us a try. See for yourselves. Okay. All right, I've saved.
Help you?
Alright, we have to watch all 3. I don't know which one I'd save. I guess I'll just reload. 5 tickets. Okay, so we're all going together? Yeah. That's rare. 5 of them made their way to the theater. Can I see multiple? A lonesome girl named Beth, born in the slums, turned to a life of crime and ended up in prison. But one day she received a letter that would change her life. It was from a man named Mikey. Not Mickey, Mikey, who had once made a name for himself as a boxing trainer. You got a talent for boxing, kid. You just gotta hone your skills. Although Beth scoffed at the letter at first, as time went on, she eventually decided to start training on her own. Eventually, the day of her release came, and Mikey was right there waiting for her, inviting her to train with him and become a champion. But the path of a pro boxer was more arduous than she could have ever imagined. Mikey, who had become a mentor to her, like none other, was diagnosed with an incurable disease just before the biggest match of her career. Oh, this sounds familiar. After he fell into a deep coma, one of the doctors said he'd never recover from, Beth was forced to go it alone.
And Beth's down on the mat yet again! Could it be that her opponent, the welterweight champion Grizzly Bonanza, is just too far beyond her to beat?
It's no good. She'll never beat that monster.
I hate to say it, but maybe she should just stay down.
Get up! On your feet, Beth!
I can't see. Everything's going dark. I can't.
Listen up, Beth. You got a natural talent for this sport.
Mikey?
But before you can go anywhere, you gotta believe in yourself. Work on those moves. And don't do it for me. Do it for your future. All that strength you've been building up, it ain't gonna let you down. I know it'll point you in the right direction when you're up against the wall.
That's right. Mikey believed in me. The most important thing you gave me is right here inside me. Coursing through my blood and my fists. Believe, Beth. Believe in all those days of training. Believe in yourself. Gotcha!
She nailed her! That was a perfectly clean hit!
Thanks, Mikey. I promise I'm gonna bring that belt home for you.
Damn. Did you? Be funny if the end of the movie actually was like she lost still, but interesting. The only thing missing from the cliche of that movie was Mikey actually waking up from his coma during the middle of her match and then getting down there and sitting on the sidelines to actually cheer. That was a very cliche boxing movie. Wow, Nina brought a ton of energy to that role. Agreed, it was even a bit overwhelming at times. I found myself almost intimidated by some of the scenes. I've seen other movies she's been in, but I was pretty surprised by how this one turned out. Yeah, for me it was almost like I could sense her presence, even through the screen. Eastern martial arts call it chi, and during sword fights, something I feel all around me, striking the air like tremors. The movie gave me the same feeling. I guess her putting her all into her acting could be considered similar to a martial arts dedication. Artists. Damn, if it's feelings like the real deal to the Divine Blade, Nina must have really done her homework for the role. Now, it does make you wonder if that was all really just acting. Could be she actually's got the guts to bet her life. Same as the character. Either way, her acting was amazing. Loved her moxie and how genuine her feelings for Mikey seemed. But her fight scenes were also next level. For real, and the weight she put behind her punches made them feel, like she was actually punching the other person. And when she fell to the ground, it was so convincing I almost felt it myself. Apparently in some older movies there were times where the actors really did hit each other. They couldn't let Nina do that, of course, but good acting and editing can help make it still feel believable. It feels as though I was actually watching the match from the front row of the ring. The power of film and acting truly is something to behold. Even if she's a method actress, is that really enough to explain all the chi I felt? It's almost like it wasn't just acting. It was as if she took a real person and recreated them down to the smallest detail. Oh, looks like selling brochures. Interesting. Even through the screen, you could feel Nina's, considers herself like an empty shell. Holy shit. Empty shell that, molds to what she needs to.
Movie theater is so nice and clean.
How can I help you?
I can watch 2. Maybe I can watch 3, we'll see, but if not, we're gonna have to reload and watch 2 again, because this is a lot of free points. Did I watch Perfect Driver before? I feel like we've watched Perfect Driver 1. Philip, a young fledgling Z1 race car driver, is the son of Louis Adler, the legendary racer. Tormented by the crushing weight of his father's legacy, Philip rebels against him, shattering the bond they held in the process. Shortly thereafter, Louis gets into an accident and perishes on the spot. Damn. With little time to process the untimely death of his father, Philip is thrust into the Grand Prix, his focus fractured and his will dwindling. But then, in the final lap of the race, when all hope of victory is nearly lost, the words of his father echoed in Philip's mind.
The thing you gotta aim for ain't the finish line. You're gonna have to think way beyond that. If you want to be a legend, set your sights on a goal to call your own. Then speed past it.
That's gaudy for sure.
Unbelievable! Philip's taken the lead. He's past last year's champion, Max. Look at that little Lino of his go. Something's really lit a fire in him. Nothing's gonna stop him now.
That little punk didn't even spare me a second thought. Who on earth is that kid racing here?
I found it, Dad. I found my goal beyond the finish line. I just wish I could have found it while you were still here. I'm gonna leave you in the dust, Lewis Adler. I won't stop racing until I overwrite every legendary record you ever set.
So the other racer was Maxim there. Gotti was the dad's voice. We know that he's helping with the movie there. But this wasn't the movie they're working on. They're working on Perfect Driver 0. This is an old one. I feel like I've seen that one before, now that I'm like, I don't know. The art feels familiar, like I've seen it before. Kinda doubt we'll get the chance to sit and watch a whole live Z1 race this trip. But at the very least, seeing this kick-ass movie made up for that a bit. For sure, given that this was the birthplace of Orbal vehicles and racing, I'm not surprised the film felt so detailed and realistic. Also, the scenes of the characters living their lives outside the racetrack were so well done, I was sucked right in before I'd realized it. Brought me back to those times I helped test the Orbal bikes. The sound of the engines rumbling and the feeling of slicing through the air at blinding speeds. I get why they'd put their life on the line for that. Absolutely. As a fellow gearhead, the whole film really spoke to me. But even if I wasn't, a movie like this still is the kind of thing that'd get a guy real fired up. In fact, I'm ready to jump into an Orbal bike race right this minute. Think there are any happening nearby? That reminds me, I recall hearing from the Foundation that the Republic is considering inviting foreign teams to participate in future Z1 races. If so, perhaps the Reinford group would put together a team of its own. If they allow Orbal bikes, I bet Angie would be a perfect representative for the Empire. Oof, yeah, if Jellica enters, I'd be better off waving the white flag before I even get to the starting line. True. Oh, that reminds me. I think I remember hearing they cast an active Z1 racers in this movie. Yep, Max is played by Maxim Lugan, the 4-time consecutive champion. Apparently, he helped supervise the movie, and maybe that's why it felt so realistic. Is that so? He sounds like quite the capable person. I don't know about that. Rumors have him painted as a womanizer and kind of an all-around mess. Also, there's a chance his winning streak will come to an end soon, with all his younger competitors nipping at his heels. Oh, seems like there's a lot going on with him. Well, at the very least, that doesn't change the fact that this movie was fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Rank 2 with everyone? Except for Toa.
This new movie theater.
Oh, no, it's not blue anymore. Okay, so we can only have 2. Probably going to save... Well, I'm going to save Crimson Fist, probably. Okay, reloaded. Yeah, I'm going to save Crimson Fist simply because Rean had that line, and I want to know if it saves it, so that he has that information, like I felt her chi there. I don't know. So we're going to save this one? Oh, no. Don't give me the hiccups. I cannot do that. Skip all. And then we can watch Gloria, which I'll probably save as well, just because it's more relevant to characters in the story.
How can I help you?
Also, Rean is a history buff. We've seen Gloria, I believe. Sheena Dirk, leader of the Calvardian Revolution and cornerstone of the newly founded Calvard Republic. Despite her youth, Dirk commanded the attention of the nation. Her unyielding patriotism resonated with the citizens of every class and background. She quickly rose to fame alongside her comrades Atkinson, a former general of the Royal Army, Auguste, a philosopher, and Aramis, an artist. Together, these four heroes weaved their way through the tumult of their time, all the while carving a path for a better tomorrow. Their efforts culminated in the Battle of Edith, igniting the flames of the Calvardian Revolution. "5 minutes before the start of the battle.
My body won't stop shaking. I thought I made my peace with death long ago, but I guess I haven't. And even now, I'm racked with doubt. Can we really change the history of an entire country?
Of course we can, Sheena. The victors are free to write the history books however they please. Once we toss out the tomes of the ancient regime, we'll write a new history. One that is centered on the people of this country.
You're right as always. Victory is our only path forward.
The Revolutionary Army is now at your beck and call. They're awaiting your orders, Commander Dirk.
It's time for the dawn of a new era for our homeland. Let us seize the future with our own hands!
That voice. That voice that you decided to add there. I know the voice actor. And I haven't seen the guy in a long time. Why would you bring them back? Okay, what was their name? It's Taliesin Jaff? I don't know how to say his last name. Jaffe? I don't know. But he plays Thomas in Cold Steel. Which, interesting that you would bring that voice. But maybe it's just a random voice. But sometimes when they bring the voice actors back, you're like, does that mean this character could potentially be here? Because you brought the voice back as a random character, so I don't know. Strange to think, but the Calvardian Revolution ended up being painted in a good light. And this movie only exists because it was successful. Monarchy at the time probably just considered it nothing more than anti-government terrorism. Kinda got me thinking back to my own past. I'm not gonna try justifying what I did back then. It's just, I saw some overlap between some of the dialogue in the movie and the stuff my comrades were saying at the time. As the saying goes, history's written by the victors, and even the most noble of goals can easily be twisted and used by others when politics are involved. Regardless, we all know you were just acting according to your own convictions, Crow. Whether or not those convictions are right is beside the point. Thanks, man. Hearing that from you makes me feel better. I'll take the lessons I learned from the movie to heart and continue living my life as myself. That's all I can do. On a separate note, Nina Findlay won the Best Actress Award at the film festival last year, correct? If so, I can certainly see why. It really felt like she was Sheena herself. Yeah, she's the type of actress who totally disappears in her roles. I've seen some of her movies, other movies, and she was incredible in all of them. It's like she literally transforms into a completely different person. She was so convincing, I wasn't even a little bit distracted that someone of Eastern descent was playing the part. Anyway, it's a good movie for learning about the origins of the Republic. Speaking of history, as someone who teaches it, what were your thoughts, Rean? Watching this made me realize just how capricious political power can be. A group simply made up of civilians paved the path for the government that still stands to this day. But along that road, the First Republic rose under the dictator Auguste. Even the Empire had a false emperor and a chancellor with unconditional power for a time. With political power, there are no absolutes, and it can easily swing from one side to the other. This movie made me realize that again. Damn, I feel like I'm back in school. And this simply goes to show how many lessons this period of history can teach. Yeah, I agree. I think it's great that films can be used as an educational tool for learning about historical events. Yeah, just from watching this, you can get an idea of how everything might have played out. I think I might use this movie as supplementary material for my class. Oh, look like they're selling a brochure. Alright. Alright, and we already know them. Tutu, and then not Toa, sadly. Gotta get her a gift. Brochure. Summary, Beth, delinquent. I don't need the summary. Mini column. The core story of a delinquent girl finding her own worth, a reason to live, and a dear friend and her mentor. All through boxing is what makes this passionate drama so remarkable. Of course, there's also the legendary boxing scenes, which are so realistic that you can almost smell the blood and sweat clinging to the characters' skins. The actress for Beth is none other than Nina Fenley, and while this is normally the type of role she'd play, it should come as no surprise that she knocked it out of the park. When asked why Nina was cast for the part, the director had this to say: Beth's mind is a winding labyrinth of complexities, and there was no one more fit to inhabit the part and peel back its layers than Nina. Nina herself describes the experience as playing against type as refreshing, and she was particularly motivated to nail it. This film was greatly expanded to This film has greatly expanded the perception of Nina's range, further widening her future casting opportunities. This film is about the efforts of Sheena Dirk, the woman who spearheaded the Calvardian Revolution in December 1100. Although it does depict the painful parts of the conflict, like her confinement in Baratier prison, and the death of one of her comrades, the tragic feel in those moments do not permeate the picture, as it is by and large an optimistic work showcasing a watershed moment in our history that can only be described as glorious, or rather, Gloria. The star of the film is the promising young actress Nina Fenley. She's of Eastern descent, and opinions were evenly split when her casting as Sheena, a white aristocrat, was announced. However, when the film released, her acting was so exceptional that even her toughest critics said there's no one who could have played the part better than her. Nina had expected some degree of backlash, but that only emboldened her to give a performance for the ages. In an interview after principal photography wrapped, there was a look of determination in her eyes that belied her gentle demeanor as she said, "I believe meeting expectations and also going beyond, or even against them, is what it means to be a professional." Okay. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. After I do this.
We earned it.
More money.
We earned it.
Damn. I'm gonna end it here. In the next one, we're gonna do the connection events, all three of them, and then that Oj Canyon thing, which is required for the story, so... And after that, hopefully we're gonna go do the drill, the training thing that we've been waiting for this whole time. I very much enjoy running around Basel here. It's definitely just a day that's hard to read, but I have enjoyed walking around here. It doesn't feel like too long or anything. I mean, it took a whole episode, but it doesn't feel too long. Considering what's going... Oh, that was weird. Kind of looked like there was yellow here for a minute. Didn't feel too long. It feels very appropriate, and thank you for only giving me 2 districts to do right now. I know we're going to go to the Institute at some point, but thank you for breaking that up, because if I had to do 3, holy, I don't know if that would be too much. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.